Welcome to Arna Education. In this video, we go with voice of in future indefinite tense. How to convert from active to passive voice when the sentence is in future indefinite tense. Now just see, this is a box we have, and all the rules are mentioned over here. And here the first we go with add past participle in the sentence, that is a V3 form, and use by and this change of pronouns when it is applicable to change from active to passive voice. And see, here the very important thing is subject to objectless and object to subjectless, and here we use even the big forms. This is the table of the rules what we have to apply when we convert from active to passive voice. See here, this is future indefinite tense, the topic what we are going on. And what the structure of this sentence is: subject plus will or shall plus V1 plus object plus, that is in the active voice. When it is in the active voice, when we convert that sentence into passive voice, these rules have to be applied. Here, object will or shall plus be plus V3 plus subject. See here, this examples give you a complete to know about how to change from active to passive voice. Here, active voice sentences and the passive voice sentences are presented here. Now, we'll see the sentence of active voice is, he will sing songs well. So, when you have this sentence, you just must identify in the sentence whether you have will or shall and it is placed with a V1 or not. That is a tense of the future indefinite. When you have that sentence, just apply this rule by using songs. We have two objects over here. So this we can use as a first object as songs, and songs is in the plural, whatever it is. So it has to be used will as it is presented, either a will or shall. So will be used and be has to be applied according to the structure, and sing will change into sung in a V3 form. And the other object was mentioned here, well, and by is followed as usual. He has applied to, sorry, this must be V. So it changed into us. Now let's go to the next one of here, V3 by subject. Okay. So next here, she will do it. When in the second sentence you can go with she will do it. So when you have this sentence here, it is mentioned here as a subject to object plus, and next it is applied here as a will, and be is used in a future indefinite tense what we are going with, and do has changed into done, and by is followed, and she changed into her. Okay, so this will be very easy when you know the structure in a very easy manner. That structure you should be getting into mind in a proper way, and identification of the sentence is more important. And just here, you will not recite this poem. This has given here, this poem, the subject to object plus has come over here, and will is applied here. And when this is a negative sentence, so when you have a negative sentence, you just go with not even in the passive voice. Okay, and apply be in the as in the structure is given, and recited. When here it is here mentioned as recite, then when it is changed into V3 form, it is changed as recited. By is followed, and see here you in the, this is a pronoun, so this have to be same, you will change to you. And see the sentence, you will not recite this poem. This is a negative sentence. It is changed into passive voice as this poem will not be recited by you. So this next you go with a who will pay your fine. This is an interrogative sentence. So when you have who, you go with by whom. This is a rule which you have to go with by whom, and apply will in the sentence as is the structure, and your is mentioned over here. By whom will your fine be paid? Okay. Now pay has changed into paid. And next go with I shall buy a radio. As you go with the before, you got all will. So now we go with the one sentence with a shall. I shall buy a radio. Okay. So a radio will be bought by me. I has changed into me over here. And buy has changed into bought as a V3 form. And here we got will be. Why? Because a radio has presented over here. So it will be used as will be. There is no passive voice of the verb in future continuous tense and the future perfect continuous tense. Now let's go with future perfect tense. Here the structure form is in the active voice, subject plus, will or shall plus, have plus, V3 plus, object. When we convert that into passive voice, here we have the object plus, will or shall plus, have plus, been plus, V3 plus, by plus, subject here. So these are the two examples of taken from active and passive voice. And here the active voice will have I shall have painted a picture. So this as per the rules mentioned in the above, here we go with the C, what is mentioned in this box. Subject has come to the object place and object goes to the subject place. Here a picture, and as per the rules it is mentioned as shall, and we have to use in the future perfect have to be used and be to be followed, and V3 have to be changed. As actually here the V3 is also mentioned in the active voice. So V3 has mentioned here, and by is as usual, and I has changed into me. And when you go to the second sentence, you have he will have completed the work. See here, the work is as in the C part. See what is mentioned here, will have been completed in the V form by, and he has changed into him. And this is an interrogative sentences of these two, 3 and 4. Who will have done this job? So as we told earlier, who has changed into by who. This job have been done. So the fourth one, why will he have missed the train? So this as usual why have to be used, and will the train have been missed by him. So the train in this we have the object place. So it is mentioned here over as the train, and have is usual as in the structure form been, and this is V3 form of missed. Actually here is also a V3 form, and by is followed, and here has changed into him. So this is what we learned from the future perfect tense.